I put the Bluevua ROPT countertop reverse osmosis system to the test using a certified third-party lab to see if it actually delivers clean, purified water, or if it's just another overhyped filter heavily promoted by influencers on social media. And in this video, I'll show you my lab results so you can see how well it removed contaminants from my drinking water and how it scored for its filtration rate, setup and maintenance, design quality, and overall value, so you'll know if it's worth your money. If you've been researching countertop reverse osmosis systems and the Bluevua is on your shortlist, then stick around because my test results might just surprise you. So I tested the Bluevua ROPT with built-in UV and remineralization, which comes in at just over $454 at the time of recording. Price-wise, this puts it in the mid-range for countertop RO systems. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it is competitively priced compared to similar multi-stage systems. We also want to know how much replacing the filters is going to cost us over time. The cost to replace the 4 filters and remineralization cartridge comes out to 27 cents per gallon, which is a bit more expensive than other countertop ROs on the market. And of course, just like all countertop ROs, it does require electricity to run, which is also important to consider. Like similar systems, the Bluevua brings the same powerful reverse osmosis filtration technology to your countertop as conventional under sink systems provide without the hassle of installation. Unlike traditional ROs that sometimes use your home's incoming water pressure, this unit uses an integrated electric pump to push water through its multiple filter stages. And here's how it works. First, you fill and place the unfiltered dirty water tank on the back of the unit. Purified water collects in a glass carafe, which is dispensed by pouring just like any regular pitcher. The main filters are housed inside the unit, while the remineralization filter screws directly onto the lid of the carafe for a final stage remineralization. On the front, there's a smart LCD display that gives you real-time insights, including TDS readings so you can check that the filters are performing properly, and filter lifespan indicators so you know exactly when replacements are needed. You can also cycle through 3 presets of how much water you want filtered, measured in about thirds of the carafe. Though honestly, in my opinion, this seems like a pretty useless feature. Now, if you can think of a reason why you'd want it to filter water to only fill 1/3 of the carafe, then let me know down in the comments because honestly, I am stumped by this one. Like many other modern countertop RO systems that I've tested, this unit does have a few unique smart design features that make it more efficient to operate, like a power-saving standby mode to reduce energy use, and automatic backflushing before the first use, after loss of power, and before every filtration cycle. There are 2 model options, one that comes with an integrated UV light, which is the one that I tested, and then there's the base model that doesn't have UV. Overall, the Bluevua ROPT performed pretty well in my testing, offering a balance of convenience, efficiency, and filtration, all in a compact, easy-to-use design. One of the biggest advantages of the system is, of course, how easy it is to set up. Unlike under-sink RO systems that require complex, invasive installation, this unit is truly plug and play. You just place it on your countertop, fill the water tank, and start filtering. The only setup step is an initial filter flush. Does take some time, but it's completely hands-off aside from filling and emptying the tanks. This makes it an excellent choice for renters or anyone else who wants reverse osmosis filtration without modifying their plumbing. Maintenance is easy too, with long-lasting filters and the filter lifespans clearly displayed on the screen, so you don't need to make your own calendar reminders. When it comes to design and build quality, the Bluevua stands out. It earned the top score in this category because it feels sturdy and well made, but more importantly, it is WQA certified to NSF ANSI standard 372 for lead-free components. While many countertop RO systems use a plastic water storage tank, this model features a glass carafe instead of a plastic tank, reducing the risk of microplastic or bisphenol contamination. And surprisingly, this really isn't a common feature with countertop reverse osmosis systems, and the only other unit that I've tested with a glass carafe is the AquaTrue carafe model. With a 2-to-1 pure to drain water ratio, the RO pot is much more efficient than conventional under-sink reverse osmosis systems. That said, it falls behind other countertop RO systems on the market, some of which offer more efficient 3-to-1 or even in the case of AquaTrue, 4-to-1 pure to drain water ratios. And finally, the biggest advantage is of course its contaminant reduction capability compared to other countertop water filters on the market. Like all RO systems, the Bluevua removes up to 99% of many contaminants, making it significantly more effective than other types of water filters that only target select impurities. Now, no system is perfect, and the Bluevua ROPT does have some drawbacks to consider. While the system significantly reduces contaminants with health effects, it did not perform as well as some of the other countertop RO systems I've tested. For example, my lab results showed that it didn't fully eliminate fluoride, which could be a concern if that's a priority for you. And I'm going to show you the full lab test results coming up in the next section. So if you like seeing products put to the test in real life situations, give this video a like to let me know that I should keep making content like this. Now, one of the most disappointing aspects of this unit is its lack of third-party certification for contaminant reduction. Despite misleading claims on the product page that literally say official third-party certification, this model hasn't actually been performance certified for reducing any contaminants. The WQA Gold Seal certificate shown on the testing page refers only to its design certification, NSF-ANSI 372 for lead-free materials, which I already mentioned, but the way it's presented could lead buyers to assume it covers contaminant removal, which it does not. Like other countertop RO units, this Bluevua model is not the fastest at producing purified water. With a filtration rate of 0.06 gallons per minute, it takes just over 7 minutes to filter a full carafe. So if you're looking for instant, on-demand filtered water, an under-sink RO system would be a better fit. And because the system isn't connected to your plumbing, you'll need to be emptying and refilling the wastewater tank regularly. It's not difficult, but it is an extra step to consider compared to under-sink RO units that are connected directly to your water line and drain line. And like all reverse osmosis systems, the Bluevua ROPT does produce some wastewater as a byproduct of the filtration process, as I already mentioned, wasting 1 gallon of water for every 2 gallons produced. Now let's talk about the most important factor in our water filter scoring system, which is of course performance testing. For this project, we used the unit in a home on a treated, shared well water supply and tested it using Simple Labs' certified testing service, TapScore. This allowed us to get unbiased, lab-verified data on its filtration performance in real-world conditions. And to ensure accuracy, we collected our water sample in a large bucket and mixed it thoroughly to ensure an even distribution of contaminants. This helps to reduce variations that could skew the test results if we were to collect the sample directly from the faucet at different times. We then took the unfiltered water sample directly from the bucket, filled the Bluevua with the bucket water, and then collected the post-filtration sample from its glass carafe. Both samples were then shipped to TapScore's lab, and the results were delivered in an interactive online report. To evaluate the system's effectiveness, we compared the before and after contaminant concentrations against the health guideline levels, or HGLs, which are the most conservative and health protective standards available. These HGLs are stricter than the EPA's federally enforced maximum contaminant levels, ensuring that our test results reflect the safest possible benchmarks for drinking water. Our unfiltered water test detected 2 contaminants exceeding the health guideline levels: fluoride at 1.2 ppm, exceeding the HGL of 0.8 ppm, and uranium at 0.0099 ppm, exceeding the HGL of 0 ppm. There were also a few contaminants detected at trace levels below the HGL, including chlorine, nitrate, sulfate, copper, barium, strontium, and molybdenum. Post-filtration, we saw that the Bluevua system completely eliminated uranium, which is great news. However, it didn't completely remove fluoride. Our results showed an 83% reduction in fluoride, which is solid, but not ideal if you're looking for a system specifically to target this contaminant. The system also completely removed chlorine, nitrate, sulfate, copper, and molybdenum, and reduced barium by 77%, and strontium by 75%. And while these results are pretty good, we've tested other countertop RO systems that achieved even more thorough contaminant reduction. As I mentioned, we tested the upgraded Bluevua model with integrated UV and remineralization. Now, our untreated water test did not detect any bacteria, which makes sense because it's treated with chlorine, so I don't have any data on the effectiveness of the UV in this system. That said, I think the UV component of this system is really to protect against the growth or buildup of bacteria within the unit itself, and I would not recommend using it to filter water that's microbiologically unsafe, like river or lake water. As for remineralization, our test results indicate it's working as intended. While the system still removed 86% of calcium, 60% of magnesium, and 59% of sodium, these reductions are lower than expected. Additionally, potassium appeared in the filtered water at 2.75 ppm, even though it was absent in the unfiltered sample. And carbonate concentrations increased by 2,515%, which raised the pH from 7.1 to 9, making the water more alkaline. This suggests that while we're still losing minerals overall compared to the unfiltered water, which is expected with RO, the remineralization filter is successfully restoring certain alkalizing minerals. And finally, manganese was not detected in the unfiltered sample, but after filtration, it was detected at 0.0023 ppm. My hypothesis is that it's also coming from the mineral beads in the remineralization filter. So, would I recommend the Bluevua RO system? Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If you like its design, don't need to fully remove fluoride, and aren't concerned about third-party performance certifications, then this system could be a great fit. It's a decently efficient, rental-friendly, and easy-to-use alternative to under-sink reverse osmosis systems with no complicated or complex installation required. However, if you're looking for a better performing system while still using a glass collection vessel, I'd actually recommend the AquaTrue Carafe instead. It's more affordable, has an optional remineralization upgrade, and comes with multiple official performance certifications for added reassurance. In our testing, the AquaTrue Carafe outperformed the Bluevua in contaminant removal, including fluoride, earning it a higher overall score for performance. You can see all the data from our testing in the next video, which is coming up right now, so click or tap to check it out and keep watching.